Hello! So this is another update video about Lawrence, which is why I have him here. And he's still naked because I'm working on his blouse still. And it was going well, and then the armholes were way too small. So I had to take the sleeve off. I only put one sleeve on because I wanted to test first. So I have to take the sleeve off and then make it smaller. So yeah, it's coming along slowly, but I haven't had a lot of time, and then the convention came up, and yeah, so I was trying to work on other things. So yeah, he's still naked, but I'm hoping that now that I'm not thinking about the convention, I can start working on his stuff again. So, but I did want to talk about, even though I haven't been working on him physically, I have been thinking a lot about his story, and excuse me, I've been writing in his book, or my Dolly book, and I've been slowly building up his 10 facts thing so I can do that prompt, but I'm waiting until he's clothed before. It'll be like a celebration of, yay, Lawrence has clothes, let's talk about him video. So I'm not going to do that, but I have been thinking a lot about him, and like I'm making a family tree, and I'll probably make like a nice one and then show it to you guys, so that you kind of have an idea of how him and Arabella are related and how his family became in power and stuff. And then the biggest thing about him is that Felina, like I had decided, I think I did a video about it, that I wasn't going to have Felina in this story anymore, because I just felt like, why does he need a love interest? Like, I don't know, I felt like that was really cliche and typical, and I was like, he's only 17, I don't really want him to have like a true love at such a young age, it seems kind of dumb. And then, so I decided to take her out of the story, and then I was still going to get the doll, I just was going to get her and then make her like a modern girl that I could dress up and make clothes for and do that kind of thing. But then I started thinking about it more. Well, and then another reason I didn't really want her to be part of this story was because I feel like Lawrence and her could never get married, because Lawrence is royalty and she's a peasant, and in order to marry her, he'd have to give up his birthright as royalty. Really, like, he'd have to just kind of say, I'm never going to claim the throne because I'm marrying this peasant woman. And I feel like Lawrence wouldn't do that. I feel like he has too much respect for his brother. Even though he hates politics and he doesn't ever want to become king, he knows he has responsibilities, and he knows that he can't just ditch them, and he respects his brother too much to just abandon him. So I feel like he wouldn't do that. But with Felina, I started thinking about her, and I listened to this podcast, and I should have looked it up, but I forgot, about this woman who was one of the first female astronomers, and she was Austrian, and her and her brother studied astronomy, and like her whole, like, she grew up really poor, and her whole life she was like, her parents, because I guess she was kind of homely and like short and like kind of scrawny, so they were like, well, you're probably never going to get married, so we're just going to teach you how to be a scullery maid because you don't have any other chances at a good life. I guess they didn't have like high hopes for her, I suppose. And so she just like worked as a maid for her family, and her brother went off to become a musician and to England, and so, but they were really, really close, and she was like super sad when he left, and then he sent word that he wanted her to come live with him and be his maid or whatever, just to kind of get her over there to be with him. And he was like, we'll do like a 2-year trial, and then we'll reassess if she's working out. And so it was kind of funny. Because she was like the sock knitter for the family, so she made 2 years worth of socks so that her family wouldn't have to go without socks. So, but anyways, this woman really inspired me for Felina, and so I decided that she would be an astronomer and that she would love space and the sky and astrological events, and then I was like, wouldn't that be an interesting like play with like him who loves birds and like nature and the earth, likes earthy things, and she loves the sky. And so I decided that I was going to put her back in the story. Not really like a love interest, but they'd be like best friends. And they would help each other. And he would help her catalog astrological events, and she would help him catalog birds, and like would like work together and learning about the world and furthering scientific stuff. So yeah, she's back in Lawrence's story. She wasn't out for very long. So yeah, I don't think they'll ever be together like a couple. I feel like Lawrence's destiny is kind of to be in an arranged marriage. But that's so unromantic, but it is more accurate to history. Though, I mean, I know he's like a fantasy history kind of thing, but his story is really based in history, and so I think he would probably have an arranged marriage. Not that he wouldn't. It would not be like he doesn't love his arranged wife, but that would be way farther out in the story. Like, I don't know if I am even contemplating that far ahead, because he'd be older, and right now Lawrence is only 17, so yeah, thinking maybe someday, but not right away. So that's Felina. She's back. She's still the same girl with all the same characteristics, just now she also loves astronomy, and I think I want at some point for him, because she is poor, I want him to buy her a telescope, and that would be like a huge, amazing gift for her. I want her to give him a gift. Like, there's always been a gift. Like, in the whole story of Lawrence and Felina, there's always been a gift that they give each other that is perfect, that is a symbol of how well they know each other and how deeply they're connected. And like, I feel like hers would be more humble, but something he needs, and his to her would be like something grand because he's rich and he can afford it, so a telescope that's like so much money that she would never be able to afford a telescope on her own, so he buys it for her. But like, hers is like something that's like made from her heart, and it's like really thoughtful, and like something practical that he does need, that isn't maybe like super beautiful, but maybe it is. Maybe she's really skilled because she does do all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, there's always been a gift, and that part of the story has always remained when they're together. When she's been in the story, it's always, before it was like a cloak for her, but now I think a telescope is perfect. I like that she's more science-y now. I think that's good. So I'm at about 9 minutes, so I think that's all I have. Yeah, maybe I'll talk about Monster High Dolls next and tell you guys my plans for that, because I've been really wanting to work on them a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this wasn't boring. Sorry I don't have anything very interesting. I did make a little doodle of Lawrence's study. I'm a crappy artist, like really bad. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna subject you all. This is like a kind of a plan of how I'm gonna do his diorama, which I have a ton of cardboard for now because I get it at work. And yeah, I got a lot of cardboard, a lot of huge pieces of cardboard that I probably don't need that big a piece of cardboard, but I'm gonna make all the furniture out of cardboard, and I also want to make a circus wagon for my Monster High Dolls. So I think I need a lot of cardboard. So yeah. So So this is just a general kind of thing. But I do want him to have like a big bookcase, and this is gonna be like a portrait of his mom, and then like some other pictures of birds and stuff, and maybe like his paintings, and like a desk with stuff on it, and yeah, that's basically. And then I'll put like some of my pictures that I bought out the back here. So yeah, that's that. I think that's my last doodle that I did. I also did a doodle of Lawrence, but looking back at it now, it doesn't look like him at all. This is what Lawrence looks like. This is him. He just needs some different hair and some clothes. And this will be Lawrence, I feel like. And I'm thinking I'm going to also take off his body blushing because it's getting all chipped. You can't really tell. You can see right there, it's like chipped off, and like once he has clothes on, like I mostly blushed him because I knew he was gonna be naked for a while, so I wanted him to look manly and not so plain. But now that he's gonna have some clothes soon, I'm gonna just take the body blushing off because it doesn't look very good, all chipped and gross. But I am gonna leave his hands blushed and his feet blushed. Because I still don't know what I'm doing for shoes, though. Winnie BJD did a really good video on how to make him some boots, which I will be doing hopefully soonish. So yeah, he's so handsome. Every time I look at him, like, I love him so much. And I should do another prompt. So much to talk about. It's been such a long time. I'm so sorry I've been so absent, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.